Yo, what's going on, regulators? Before we get into it, I'll give you an update on what's happening out here. Got a little breather situation happening on a K-Whopper. Today I ran over a, here I'll show you, a bit of I-beam out here laying around for a job. Where that cone is now, wasn't there before, and I backed over it and done a good one on my Falcon. So got one of the 31s back on I had laying around, luckily. Yeah, so that's just chilling out till we get a new one tomorrow. But yeah, we got a Hilux in here. Just clicked over 240. And I don't know when it was changed last, and that's when they're due. So we're going to do it, and then we're going to know now when it's supposed to be done. Yeah, so here it is, D4D. I'll go pop my ratchet out and we'll get to work. All right, now from what I can remember here, 10mm is going to do a lot of work. So just pull this cover off the top. Yeah, you know what, I'm getting my rattle gun. Well, that didn't last too long. Alright, sometimes when I do these, I lose these bolts and I've got to find them, so perhaps you'll have the same drama, so I recommend that you yeah, just take them off carefully. This is very annoying. And so far we're successful. Are there any stupid washers? I don't think so. Boom. Lay that aside. Now it's this case in the front. Lost my socket. See, this one, this is where the belt is hiding right here. And also don't lose these. Yeah, so there were 2 nuts and 3 bolts at the front there, if you didn't get that. And now I'll count these out as I go so we know what's happening. 2. That's 3. 4. Gonna be a lot of fun to put back. Get the phone going. Oh shit, there it goes. Okay, I can see it. Get the mag tool out. Crisis averted. Okay. So that is 5 bolts, and I think that's going to be it. Let's see what we get. Nope, 6 bolts. Damn. Got the torch happening. Yeah, right. I could have seen that. All right, that's great. 6 bolts. And they are all the same size. I don't know why that one wasn't in all the way, unless it's not meant to, but I doubt it. And voila. Alright, for those of you who don't know, down there is the balancer, right down there. That's connected to the crankshaft, but this here is what's driving the camshaft. So seems to be like, you know, attached to the fuel pump, but either way, somehow that's got to be timed or driven directly by that crankshaft, which the high harmonic balancer is attached to there, and then that drives the camshaft. And it's very important that this spins and matches where this crankshaft wants it to be, otherwise the valves will be opening at the wrong times, cause big dramas, and in some cases the piston could be coming up, and this could be timed so that the valves open and the piston will come up, hit the valve, ruin the engine or at least the head, and yeah, not what you want. So what you got to do is, there's a little triangle here and there's a notch in the gear here, and if you bar the engine over by a little, I'm going to try this little bolt that's hanging on here. Bar the engine over till that lines up, and there's another mark on this one down here. Line both of them two up. They should line up to where they're supposed to be, and then when you put the belt on, you make sure the new belt matches, and then yeah, pull the pin on the pulley, on the tensioner, and it'll be sweet. But yeah, I don't know where that mark is. I've been trying to look. I've seen a little thing down there. Might send this down. Yeah, there it is. That's it. So you see that little mark there above the sensor? The camera's upside down, so it might be below in the video, but yeah, that little mark. You want to line. There'll be a notch on this somewhere here. It'll probably be on this inside gear, because that's what closes to, not a gear, but part of it. Yeah, it'll be little notch on it. I'm seeing these ones, but these little notches have to be for this sensor to tell you your RPM. Yeah, so either way, I'll get a ratchet happen and try to bar the engine over. So I don't know if this is breaking the rules. I've just got a 19mm on this cam gear, cam drive thingo. I'm just slowly barring it over, because if you try to go a bit too hard, you might you know, cause a drama, because it's like compressing and getting too tight. So I'm just going real easy. Now I've got that mark line dead on with the triangle, but every time the crank goes around once, the cam goes around twice. So you're sort of going to want to make sure that down there you actually got it lined up, because it could be half a turn out. But I think I'm going to stick this back in there. See what we're looking at. I think that's it, that little notch. It's just in between the sensor and the triangle there, because there's a bit of slack going on in this cam belt. So I might be turning it the wrong way, kind of, that you're kind of supposed to. So what I'll do, I'll see what happens when I do this, and if it works the way I think it's going to go, then maybe you should just crank the engine the other way. But then again, I kind of didn't want to go in a loosening motion on this bolt, but it's where are we? And this might tension the belt in the other way. See, that's sort of just bounced back anyway, the way the compression went. Now I'll stick this camera down again. Yep. So if my eyes don't deceive me, that little notch in that circle part is lined up to the arrow, and this one's lined up to that arrow. And another thing to note is that the belt is tensioned on this side and a bit slacky here, but this is where it's tensioned. When I was turning it the other way before, it had slack. That's why they didn't line up. So it's important that when you, like, we got to pull this tensioner out and you put the new one in, it's not open yet, you got to pull a pin on it. But before we pull the pin, we got to make sure that this has a bit of tension on it, otherwise we could be one rib out and you know, put the timing off a bit, which is definitely not what you want. So now this tensioner has two 10mm bolts, and I think there's probably a way that you can hold the tensioner down or something that nobody's interested in. So what you do is usually just undo the two 10mm bolts down there for the tensioner, and it'll pop off, and then you can get your belt out and change it. So try to get the camera somewhere. See how that looks. Yeah, not the best, but I think it's gonna have to do. But if you just ask for a timing kit for a KUN26, you can pull your gear out, like pull the stuff out of there, and look at it, and you'll be able to see where the bolts should be on it if you can't sort of see it down there, and you'll get a good idea. So cracked one, and maybe I shouldn't crack the other one because it's going to put load on the thread here, so I'll undo it while it's easy. Yeah, these things are bad. Some stuff I work on, if you lose a bolt, you sort of just find it, but I've had some annoying times with these. I just cannot find them. Everything disappears working on these utes. Like, it's got the bash plates and all that, is it? Like, it's just, yeah, annoying. Alright, boom. That's the second one. And it's actually easy. So, oh yeah, that's because I've taken that first bolt out. Now the tensioner could just swing and it just went to an easy point. So that's a smart way of undoing it. When I pull this out, the whole thing's going to drop. Whoa, there it goes. Okay, so now I've got to find the bolt and the tensioner. What do we got down there? Nothing. Alright, this will be fun. Alright, here we go. Fantastic. Alright, here it is, and there is your part number. Now let's see if we can fit. Alright, we've got our belt. We've got these seals, no one cares about them. Alright. New one of them, right? So this, you don't pull this out. You pull that out when you're done. Then it will look like that. And that's when it's pumping up and it's holding your belt tensioned. You push it up. Pulls off. Those seals, if you're keen, you can do them. That's why they come in the kit, but they never leak. And I've actually seen a Hilux with 500,000 Ks on it somehow, and it is okay. Whether or not it got a Rico motor, I don't know. But that will push up there and will hold tension on the belt when you pull the pin. So now we go up here and we see what size Allen key it's going to take to pull that easy piece off. And I'm going to go with, it's tempting to say 10, but it might maybe 12. So we go over to the ute. We do have these big whoppers, but I think we're going to get away with this. Alright. Yeah. Oh, you beauty. Okay. Boom. Okay, now will it get really loose? I don't know. Still, I don't reckon it is yet. I'm gonna try. Not yet. It's happening. It is happening. Ouch. I don't know, it's kind of happening, it's kind of not. I'm going to give it another turn or two. I do have the socket actually, perhaps. I might do the old switcheroo, get that out. And it hits the fan. Boom. Boom. Ah, good lord, what did we lose? I feel like we would have lost some important washer, so I'm gonna have to find out. Witness marks sort of point towards a washer, so sort of gonna have to find it. Alright, one bash plate removed. And sort of trying to get my camera to match the height of my light here. I can just see it in the distance there. Right, I'm gonna have to go this way. Where are we? Oh, there it is. Got him. Okay, so I'm just gonna, let's see how this like sort of way to go about it pans out good. I reckon we'll just start with this part because it's annoying. And probably be easier to dismantle it in this order too, where you pull the, actually no, because you got the tensioner. And I got that right. What do you have? To pull it off, you'd probably have to pull the tensioner off first. Yeah, I guess. Okay, that's that. Now we do this pulley thing. Or the pulley. Let's see, this shouldn't be a challenge. Nope, not really. Still haven't started it yet though. Okay, very tight. Now for the belt. Oof. Scoop it up. Okay. Give it some tension around there. Oh Lord. Surely we didn't have to have that thing off. What the hell? A bit of work. Anyway, now it's on. Well, not really. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We've got the belt on. We've got that mark lined up with that mark. We got tension on this one. That one's slack, but we still haven't pulled the pin, but that's not so bad as long as we got the tension here, that mark and that mark. And we go down here. Sort of want to just see that mark lined up with the arrow. Yep, there it is. Got it all tight, all that stuff, and then we can pull the pin here. Boom. Now we got the tension here, tension there, lined up, lined up. Them lower bolts on this case had me questioning my life choices a little bit, but we did get there in the end. Alright, this ute didn't have the T-belt light on, but we're just going to reset it to now go another 120,000 more than what it has on currently, because I'm pretty sure that's what everybody does, because you can set it to whatever you like, but I'm pretty sure 120 is the usual and the factory setting. So what you got to do, you hold this button, odometer button, turn the key on straight away to ignition, and keep holding the button for 5 seconds. Then you let off. Then you have 5 seconds to press the button again, and then you'll be in the mode where you can reselect, and it goes up by 10,000 every time. And then you just hold the button once you're set and you're done. So we're gonna press the button, turn the key on straight away, keep going for 5 seconds. And tap, and look at that, we got 15. So it says 15, that stands for 150,000. And we go back, we got 10,000, 20,000, 30, so on, so forth till we hit 12. Then we hold the button. Done. Reset for another 120,000, that's that. All right, now we're up for the fun part. We turn it on, and technically you just should, like, you know, it just should work completely fine as usual, and if it doesn't, then you've done something wrong. Got the timing off, and yeah, hopefully no valve contact, but yeah, usually if you just follow the instructions, it just goes pretty smooth every time. Make sure it's in neutral there. And pretty much straight away, you'll just, you should just be able to tell it's sounding off, you know, so this is running all right. No dramas, and that's really it. Happy days. Thanks for watching.